It's time for Hanukkah. So much Hanukkah to celebrate Hanukkah.
All right. That's enough of that. We're all celebrating Hanukkah together this year, right, guys? I'm pretty sure most of the league is Jewish. Anyway, this is your quick Week 15 playoff MFFL review. Quick because most teams don't make it, like me and half the rest of the league. So quickly, we'll go over what happened in Week 15. And of course, I waited too long, and the website has kicked over online to Week 16, and I can't figure out, the site is so awesome, I can't figure out how to bring up the review of the past week unless I go to mobile, so I'll be looking down at my phone half the time or something like this. Anyway, first game was Biohazard's Kabasa Kings. Very close game, came down to the wire, 75-69 for the Hazards. Much lower total than the Hazards is used to, and pretty much on average for the Kings at this point. Some interesting things made this a little closer than it should have been, maybe. Hazards had to start Stefan Diggs, which is basically garbage because Julio Jones has been hurt. Diggs ended up with 1 whole point. So that made a big difference. Coney Fleener doesn't do anything. Kicker and defense don't do much. Did get big points from David Johnson with 22. Odell Beckham comes through with 12. Le'Veon Bell gets 12. Far cry from his 47 or whatever the other week, but you can't expect that. That's the big thing here. Matt Ryan comes through with 19. Played deep into that game in a huge blowout versus San Francisco for some reason. Definitely helping the Hazards there. On the bench, you had Bilal Powell for 15. And the defense had 12 on the bench, but pretty low scoring for the Hazards. On the other side, the Kings got 7 from Hyde, 13 from DeMarco Murray, 12 from Golden Tate, 13 from his kicker Janikowski, recently acquired Janikowski. But that was pretty much it. The big blow was Kirk Cousins on being unable to light up the Carolina defense. Only ends up with 13. Really only needed 1 long touchdown or 2 short ones, and he could have beaten the Hazards pretty easily. Only needing 20 points going into the final game of the week. Couldn't do it. Michigan State fails again. Anyway, so the Kings are out. The Hazards move on. The other game, not so close, was the Commandos taking on the Fighting Sioux, and the Commandos ended up blowing out the Sioux 84-60. Huge week from Drew Brees with 31. Taylor Gabriel replacing Julio Jones in the lineup for Atlanta got 12, 13 from tight end Cameron Brate. Decent across the board except for maybe Isaiah Crowell with 2, Hilton had 4, but 84, I mean, almost half of that was got by Brees and 1 wide receiver combo. So that's really all he needed. Fighting Sioux get 20 from Cam Newton, 2 points from Matt Asiata. Huge blow not to have a decent running back in there. He could have started Derrick Henry, who ended up with 17. But even then, if he had done that, he still wouldn't have won. 13 for Jonathan Stewart. Nobody else really did anything. Des Bryant only with 8 versus Tampa. Also on the bench for the Sioux, Ty Montgomery with 28, unfortunately for the Sioux, still designated as a wide receiver in our league. And part of that is because it was only 3 days before the game started that Green Bay had changed him to a running back. That was an unfortunate problem for the Sioux to deal with. 11 on the bench for Deshaun Jackson as well. So there was a couple things he could have done. I'm not sure if he would have got to 84 anyway. So the Sioux are out. Commandos move on. And let's see what Week 16 will bring the next round of the playoffs. We've got the Biohazards versus Bad Company. On paper, looks like this could be a big blowout. But as you saw last week, Hazards did not get all the points that he has been accustomed to, and that kind of happens at this time of the year. Some of these players will be playing outside in cold weather, and some teams that are really good will start sitting players or not running the full amount of time they normally would. So it looks like some good matchups for the Hazards. Sounds like Julio Jones will play. Not sure that the Hazards are willing to risk that. He could play and get hurt immediately. So right now he's got Julian Edelman in the lineup. Not a horrible wide receiver by any stretch. Bad company going with Kenneth Farrow at running back. And Elliott, obviously. So we'll see if Ezekiel Elliott can get revenge on his former team, the Biohazards. The other game is the Bionic Commandos. Again, Drew Brees is the big player there. This week he'll have Amari Cooper and T.Y. Hilton. Two big names. Will they come through? Who knows? The Untouchables right now going with Jameis Winston at quarterback. Devonta Freeman, LaShawn McCoy. Is AJ Green playing this week? I don't know. He's got him in the lineup right now. Says he's limited at practice, so I'm not sure. This could be a risky move. Maybe Untouchables feels like he needs to regain that early season magic to move on. Any case, that's the end for now. Hope all of you are enjoying your holiday week and whatever you're celebrating. I'm pretty sure almost all of you are celebrating Christmas. But, the Hanukkah song is great for everyone. And, that's, it's always great. So we'll take you out with a little of a Christmas song of a different sort. Happy holidays, everyone. Do you know what it is? It's Christmas bells, right? Christmas bell song? Pretty sure it's Christmas. Very Christmassy, very light. Anyway, see you dudes. Happy holidays.